Ernest, if I could follow up quickly on what you were sharing, you mentioned very briefly about the three money jar system.
Yeah.
I think we haven't quite discussed that deeply. Would you like to share with us a little bit about what is this three money jar system? And I think Jovin initially, when she was sharing, she also talked about the value of money. You talked about spending and sharing. Is there like one more? So perhaps Ernest can share with us. Is it the same thing, or is there another framework that we can
It,
learn?
it is the same thing. The three
Yeah.
money jars start with three S: saving, spending, and sharing. Okay, it's a way that I created it in such a way that it's going to be fun, tangible, okay, and engaging. I don't want to call it a budgeting system. To a child, to tell them this is budgeting, you get bored. Yeah, but everybody owns a piggy bank, right? I don't call them piggy bank. I call them money jars. Not one piggy bank, three piggy banks. And each piggy bank has a name: save, spend, share. So how much go to save? So it's something like in the adult world, all right, we have our CPF. Parents, the allowance that you're giving your children, treat it as the allowance, the salary that your boss is giving you. And most of the parents, most adults, don't even manage your money to the jar system. Of course, the adult has more than three lah, huh? Okay, so the saving, okay, is called, I call it the pay yourself first. Whatever the allowance that you get, or even the birthday gift that your children will, teach them to apportion it to the money jar system. 20% go to the save, 70% for the spend, and 20% for the share. So when you come with this system, when you come to managing the money, if the child, for example, some of the children, I think some of the question ask, Mommy, Buddy, can I buy this? Can I buy that? Okay, especially in shopping centers. So how? You say no, they make a hoo-ha in the shopping mall. So to me, I say, parents, tell them lah, you want darling, baby, you want what? What you want to buy? Okay, you go and buy. After you buy, whatever you spend on, I'm going to go back to empty your save jar. Your save jar, I'm going to empty the save jar. So what do you think they will say to you? The children suddenly become very financially smart. Oh, no, mommy, daddy, don't touch my money. Oh, your own money don't touch. Oh, I see. My money you want to touch. You see, so they are very smart. So they know your own money. Oh, now I don't want to buy the item. Yeah, same thing. If you find that, I think there's a question asked earlier. They say, the classmate always want to borrow money, and then you lend it. You're not their mommy, you're not kind, that sort of thing. I look at it. You can help. Take from the share jar. Yeah, so that sort of thing. You like what Jovin is sharing is that we want to teach a balance, okay, in our life when it comes to money. We cannot become a spender. We cannot be a stingy person by saving and hogging. Or we can always don't be generous, not be kind, or not be charitable. We want to do that. So that's where the three money jar system comes in. Yeah. I hope I
Yeah, so
answered the
important.
question.
Yeah, I think that give us a good frame. Did I record it properly? 20% save, 70% spend, and 10% share?
Yes, that is for the allowance. But there are some people, some children will protest, especially upper one, or even the teens. Wow, uncle, you teach my mother this way. Then the birthday gift, my akong ama give me $100 to ask me to go and buy my own gift. Wow, come back only, I only left what? 20% only. I must lock 20% to saving. Then 70 to spend. That cannot. Then mommy also say 70% to spend a lot, like $70. That is a lot. So some parents disagree. Then we say, okay, swap the thing now, let the children have 20% to spend, 70% go to save if that's the case. Just change the figure, but 10% must buy back something for akong ama who will ever give you the money. So we are teaching the part of showing gratitude. Okay, we're also showing that part where, hey, think the source of money come from who? Yeah, give back.
Right.
So
Yeah. So look at the context. The idea is to apportion the amount of money that they have into three money jars.
Yes.
right? That 3 different kinds of users for them to think about. Thank you so
Yes.
much, Ernest. All right, let me bring back all the panelists, and we would start to address the questions in the chat. And there are quite a few. I think earlier we have been talking about how do we help children to progress from very young all the way to the transition to when they are older, starting from concrete and then bringing them to either the bank or the EasyLink to top up the card and ultimately perhaps investment. There are quite a few questions relating to journeying with the teens. So the top voted question is there any safe investment that I can do together with my teens? And so perhaps Joe, do you have any thoughts about this? Like at what age do you think you would start to talk about it with your son? Because he's actually quite disciplined, right? It sounds like he has quite a mind of his own and is quite wise in how he look at money. Have you already started something with him, or at which stage do you think in your relationship with him would you broach with him? And then after that, perhaps Ernest could weigh in, and Sixiang as well if you have thoughts. Jovin, would you like to go first?
Okay, actually for my son, yeah, I started with my son because he has better concept of money and numbers, right? So he's P5 this year, I think around P3. P3, yeah, then I shared with him about investing. I showed him actually where, because the ang pao money is quite substantial, nowadays the kids ang pao money quite a lot. So I showed him that I put it inside an investment account. But of course, he doesn't understand like what I invested in lah. But what actually sometimes I actually open up the account nowadays to actually show, because like you say right nowadays there's no physical investment, everything is virtual. So I have to log in to show him. But then I try to blank out the total amount, because to a child $1,000 feels like tomorrow's 10 million total amount. So it's very big. So I tend to blank out the amount, because that's not the point I want him to see. I don't want him to see the final figure, but I wanted him to see the transaction that I did for him every month. So I wanted to show him that investments, you asked me whether is that safe, is it risky, things like that. For the children, they have the time. So even if they fail, they have the time. So I wanted to show them the disciplines, the time, even though my capital can be very small. Yeah, so I showed him the transactions every month. Mommy actually invested for you month by month. Whether the market goes up, whether it goes down, I showed it to him. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, wow, that's interesting. I've never thought about doing this at such a young age. And I think he would appreciate, how these things work, especially in the safety of having mommy explain it to him. Yeah, thank you so
Yes,
much, Jovin.
correct.
Yeah. Ernest, anything to add?
Well, any investment is safe for teens to invest. I think this question could come from whichever the parents. I think the first thing is that this group of parents who have this type of thoughts, they must have some kind of bad experience when it comes to investment. In any form of investment, there is always risk. Without risk, there won't be good rewards. The higher the risk, the higher the reward. So if you want to be very, very safe, even if you put your money in the bank, which is very safe, right? But you also got risk. You lose money through inflation. So these are things that we as parents or as adults, we got to understand how money works. And once you understand money works, then like what Jovin says, hey, if they are young, they got a long journey. Any investment over time, 10, 20 years, it will grow. Just like we as adults, okay, even adult means that even if you are in your 30s, look at the plate of rice, the wonton mee, from 70 cents, 150, now today is what, $4, $5. So what would you think that investment go in? Let's say today, if I invest in McDonald's, is it risky? Yeah, it's going to be risky. But the price of McDonald's goes up, the value of my stocks or my shares or my investment will also go up proportionally. Rather than you live in the bank. I always ask parents, you want the bank interest, or do you want the bank's dividends? Which one would you want? So then parents will say, what's the difference? That's where we begin to say, okay, interest, I give you dividends. It depends on the bank business. So you're right on it. So this is where parents, if you can't even invest, if you can't even change that mindset, that risk is good, calculated risk is good. Investment is not gambling, it's not speculating. You take a calculated risk to go in. If you can't even overcome that, your children will follow your footsteps because it's your language, your money language, your money dialogue at home. Okay. Oh, investment are risky lah. I lost money before, I got burned. It's meant for the rich, blah, blah, blah. This, then you actually intoxic the mind of the teens, Okay, investment is bad. My father got burned before. So they will never touch. So it's very important, parents, you yourself must get the concept. I encourage parents, if you don't know, understand, come and learn. Go and read more books on that. My financial parenting workshop, we always go into that details. So I just feel that parents, if you want to make sure that your children can be financially savvy, you yourself got to show that role model. You got to do the lead. You got to show them. Yeah. And then you got to start small with them. What Jovin is saying, there's just all those investment, right? Some investment, some people worry, investment means what? Every month, commitment fees, commitment, a lot of commitment. No. There are some investment out there, you don't have to do long-term commitment. It's so easy. Yeah. All right. Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I think when we are not sure, we can find out more.